Oh, I've missed this show so much. Gotham is back. Oh, No Man's Land. I have been waiting for this. So, premiere episode of Gotham Season 5, final season. God, that makes me sad. So, I'm going to be doing these episode by episodes. My plan is for them to come out on Mondays, which is a few days further out from the day that the thing airs than I would normally like these to be. But I don't... Weekends are tricky for me, and having the thing air like right before the weekend makes it very difficult for me to turn it around quickly, consistently. So this is the plan right now. But in any case, let's actually talk about this thing. I'll get my one major complaint out of the way. I don't like that it opened with a flash forward. I dislike flash forwards just kind of in general. I have a hard time thinking of stories, films, TV shows that opened with a flash forward that I felt that actually helped anything. I just don't like it. It's usually because they want to open on something really cool that if they actually start at the beginning, they can't do. And I almost never feel that it's worth it. So that annoyed me. That said, everything else I'm pretty on board for this. I always loved the idea of Gotham doing No Man's Land because I like No Man's Land, the story anyway, and Gotham, as bonkers as it is and as nuts as the versions of some of these characters are, yeah. Oh yeah. So we've got Gotham carved up into territories, and a real strangling of resources. So you've got Penguin controlling a territory that includes a factory where he's able to build ammunition, which means he's the best armed. You've got Barbara, who has her little carved out territory that she's got with Tabitha. Apparently Mr. Freeze is warring with Firefly. We don't see it, but that kind of makes me smile just on principle. Scarecrow's doing his thing. This version of Scarecrow doesn't do a heck of a lot for me. Although now that I think of it, Scarecrow is a character who I think it's actually really hard to do much compelling with. I think more often than not, good Scarecrow stories tend to revolve around like what his fear gas does to other people. He as a character, he's actually rarely been all that compelling. So I guess this version isn't all that much worse than most others. You've got the GCPD, holding down the fort, trying to protect as many people as they can, but they're running out of food. And then you've got the Riddler. And there was an interesting thing going on. So like he wakes up initially on a roof, then later in a dumpster. He's like, I don't know how I got here. He's controlling me when I sleep. And then he gets to a mirror. He's shouting at Ed, and I realize, oh, Riddler's the dominant right now, and Ed is the one peeking in at the margins. Oh, nice touch. I like it. And Barbara, I love Barbara's new haircut a lot. Suits her. And then Oswald, I love the fact that Oswald has a bulldog that he named Edward. Oh, that's just funny. Plus, I really love bulldogs. So, oh, that was great. Selena, that was actually surprisingly emotional, what was going on with her and the damage and her not coping very well with looking down the possibility of never being able to walk again. There was some surprising emotional potency in that. I was pretty impressed, and she played it strong. That was good stuff. So I'm gonna start getting into flat out spoilers. Okay, so here we go. So I was really caught off guard when Tabitha died. I mean, I know it's last season, And I know that the people who made it knew it was last season, like before they shot anything. So this was always a case where any of these characters could die. And any other season aside from this one, any character dying, it would have gone, it's Gotham, they can come back. I don't think so now. So I was surprised to see a major character bite it in episode 1. And in a pretty shocking turn, I think. And I mean, like, her being kind of a villain, I mean, God, I say villain, almost everybody in this show's a villain. It's part of why it's great. But, you know, I didn't expect it. If she was gonna die, I certainly wouldn't have expected it here, but it works. It doesn't feel cheap. It does accomplish the thing of raising the stakes, because it establishes, yeah, these characters can die, and this time we mean it. So it does that job, but at the same time, it didn't feel like that was all that it did. It worked well, and it pissed off Barbara, which, you know, any reason for Barbara just to go bat crazy on everybody around her is a good thing in my book. We see Bruce inching every bit closer to the Batmaning. The ending note of the episode was a little weird. It was a little like, oh. But I did really wish that I had the next episode right off the bat. So this is ultimately a foundational episode. It's setting up the premise, it's setting up the conflicts, it's setting up where everybody's kind of positioned at, so that in the episodes to come, everybody can just go nuts, which is what this show does so very well. So I think I'll wrap it up there. Gotham's back! And I enjoyed almost everything that we had going on here. And, like, there were characters that I probably didn't even remember to mention. You know, Harvey's as grouchy as ever, which is great. And Jim, Jim, bless his heart, he's still trying. We'll see how much of Gotham he can save. So, Gotham! Season premiere for season 5. What are your thoughts on it? Whatever they are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Whole bunch of stuff to do down there as well, because there's buttons and links, including one to the Patreon if you are the generous type. It does help. I would appreciate it. But in any case, for the time being, I'll just say that just remember, folks, you're the council, and I'm just the guy who runs the meetings. And until next time, this council is adjourned.